physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping. Take a shot. Great. Covering to force the incompletion.
And now on second down for this offense. The lone back's got it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Quickly complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bucs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Glenn.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll operate out of split backs. On the option. Now the toss. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. No, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Robinson will throw. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route. Really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football. So if you can get to that football, put your hand on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Benson. Snowed under by the defense. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll run play action. And the quick shuffle pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Here we go with the run on 4th down. Oh, big juke to get past. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They're going to ride this running back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
On the option. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. A designed run for the quarterback. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Gain of 2. And that's good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Horn. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. On the ground, it's Hayden. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's got his man. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And a really good job on the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Got his man quickly. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Colorado.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. giving him his pads. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now this offense will take the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Parks. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Robinson looking to pass. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it on the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Well, so much for just relying. Game in the snow after that big play.
And you know, you always hear the offenses say, I have the advantage. I know where I'm going when the weather's not great. The snow, no problem. Push the ball down the field. Nice pitch and catch with the inclement weather.
And it'll be a touchdown.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort.
Gonna take a shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And they got him for the sack.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Looking down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs!
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area. Because of his speed and his size, he's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't. That broken field as he stopped at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you'll get some groans from the fan base on that call. 3rd and long, you'd like to see your team air it out. I know you got the lead, but try to slip the draw play. And listen, the draw play is one of those plays, if you fool them, it might work, but it's a tough play unless you fool a lot of people.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you put them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Oh, he got loose. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Robinson will throw. Working that left side now. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Encroachment, defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Goes to the option. Now the toss. He's in for the touchdown.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees the defender commit. Boom. Pitch the ball. Not only pitch the ball, on target. So now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. He's looking to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! Reeled it in and just made the house call. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. All right, guys, so here. Back on the field again. The option look. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Robinson looking to pass. Working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Discards him with the stiff arm. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll leave it with him. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Fights off a defender. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off. You did a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Robinson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Looking deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He wants to throw it again. Back open in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this deep unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions and you've got to put something together, the last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moved. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Let's see what he can do with it.
The returner is brought down at the 39, and the offense will take over.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, and get out of here with a double.
A 1st down for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense under. know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're lining up to boot it away. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Robinson looking to pass. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. We are surrounded today by pageantry and tradition. Check out this scene. We've got high hopes for another exciting college football game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, now we'll get our first look at this offense here today. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
The punt team making their way on the field.
35. On to punt it away.
Bringing it back, it's Zimmerman. And the returner is brought down. And how about the game within a game today? The running back coming downhill, the linebacker coming up to meet him. We expect some collisions on this field today.
Yeah, this linebacker's going to have his hands full because this running back is a difficult guy to contain. Both guys know where each other's going to be lined up at all times. It's just going to come down to which guy can come up and make a play against the other.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a 3rd down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Handoff from the shotgun. Running through the tackle.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Split backfield here. Second down, we're going to throw it. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 32.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 now for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Caught in the flat by the running back. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Second down after that previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the 1st down. And I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep the play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. And this one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Great job by your offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field, it's Robinson. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And the runner takes off to his right. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it for a big gain. The tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Tackle at the 49-yard line. And that's a first down.
Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that was a disaster here for this quarterback on the option play. Not only does he not pick up any yards, he ends up going backwards trying to make a play, and now they're way behind the sticks.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out in the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
It's an option look. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Chris, how about the defense on this play? You know when this play is run the right way,
It is dangerous and many times creates big plays. Here, quarterback keeps the ball. They do a good job of being in the right place to keep him for a short game.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it. He got some good yards himself.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He lets it go on the move. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down. So off the play fake there, the big tight end gets open downfield.
Well, I love this call right here. Anytime you can run the football, eventually it opens up play action. Linebackers and safeties' eyes are in the backfield. They lose the tight end completely, and a quarterback throws that one on rhythm for a nice game.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Fires it to his target. Has his incomplete, but a penalty marker on the play that should result in a first down. Defense will have to regroup now after that 15-yard penalty. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets rid of it on the move. Short connection to the tight end here.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
Punt team ready to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the punt heads out of bounds. They will spot this about the 35. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback's got it on the option. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him?
Touchdown. Number 36. Points for the defense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. And the back gets the football. Makes a nice move there. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
The defense setting up to go against this heavy formation. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Oh, the ball comes loose. It's a turnover.
When the defense saw the quarterback keeping the ball and their eyes lit up trying to get to him to knock that ball away. And as a quarterback, he's got to do a better job on these design runs. He can't afford to keep the ball loose in traffic. He has to hold on tight, keep that ball close to his body. They're going to turn it over every time.
Second down play coming up. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down. And the single back takes the handoff. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. Looking downfield, it's Robinson.
That is a close call. Almost brought down inside his own end zone for a safety. He's fortunate to be able to get out of there and avoid the safety.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still leading by 10. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Turner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. First play of the second half is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, if they can change things up on this drive and be a little bit more aggressive.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Can he make it to the marker? Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A handoff to the back. Makes the catch for the defense. Breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
And here comes the punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And they'll begin the drive here, set up at the 30. On the option, it's Robinson. And the defense snuffs out that play. Probably should have just handed it off.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Snags the quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. Goes out after a nice gain. A sign of life here by the offense.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a first down.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They're going to run the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Loss of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking downfield. It's Robinson. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Gain of 5. 2nd down coming up.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Gain of 3. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He pulls it in for a big gain. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
Off the play fake on first down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle's made quickly, but that's a big gain. Ball moves to the 35-yard line.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble now. He's swarmed by the defense. So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Coming up, the first snap in the red zone on this drive. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he did pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. He'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. Long enough and good. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And here's the return from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On first down, it's play action. The pocket breaking down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Looking to throw. It's Robinson. Catch made on the left side. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw, but he couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. So here we go, fourth quarter. They cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. PAT is good, so the deficit now just 3, 13-10. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. First down here for this offense. They'll try to run it with the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Force them to use all their timeouts and just keep working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Important second down play coming up. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. To throw, it's Robinson. Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the 4th quarter.
The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Quick throw to his receiver. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back, who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Dropping back, it's Robinson. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the defense steps up here. Now we've got a 4th and goal situation, and now that you're in the 2nd half, obviously a field goal here ties the game up, but you're pretty close. What do you think the decision is here? Do you go for this touchdown and maybe take the lead?
So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. And the defense signals time here with just 13 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. This one is right through. And that ties the game. We could be headed for overtime.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
comes our first play of overtime. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Gain of 1. Second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Robinson. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Here's the option play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. The field goal is good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. And now they'll run it on the draw. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. Crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Tailback takes the handoff again. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
So first and goal here. Can they punch it in and win the football game? And the quarterback keeps it here. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. Check out this scene. Tremendous buzz in the building here today. A lot of excitement around this college football matchup. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And here comes the offense out for their first possession. And, Kirk, here comes the star tight end. There's so much emphasis in college football on using this position creatively. And, man, this guy's as good as any of them.
Yeah, you nailed it, Chris. We've seen tight ends have a big impact in college football in the past, but what this guy is doing right now is unbelievable. Speed of a wide receiver.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but, boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Here comes the up-tempo offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. He lets it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. With the catch, it's Smith. And he'll get the first-down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down and 10. They'll run the option. Running back with the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
The offense going to heavy personnel, bringing out the full house. They'll try the option play here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the linebackers and really the quarterback of the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Back to throw. It's Robinson. Defense is coming after him. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the kickoff will be returned. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. And so the drive starts with pretty decent field position. The TCU Horned Frogs offense takes the field, the first chance we had to see them today. And here we go, Kirk, this matchup on the edge that's going to go a long way to deciding this game. An elite wide receiver and a guy who doesn't believe anybody can beat him.
This is going to be like a boxing match where it's an all-out battle. 2 extremely gifted athletes competing on every snap. Better get your popcorn ready. Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The Horned Frogs will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And with nobody open, chooses to just throw it away.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Grab down the middle. It's Cook. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Looking to chuck it again. And here comes a deep shot. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
And that is no good. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Offense ready to start this drive. They've got the lead, but had settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Good enough for first down.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And then first down, right back to the running game. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field. It's Robinson. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
It's now third down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt.
On to punt it away.
Running it back. It's Richardson. And they've got the returner corralled. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. An important 9 yards gain there brings up just 3rd and 1.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for the first down. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
The Horned Frogs will line up on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
On 3rd and short, the offensive coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here, just not able to hit it.
And the Horned Frogs will line up to boot it away. On a punt now for the first time today. Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Testing the right side here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good batter. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. The quarterback's got it on the option. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. They're going to run the option. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And they'll give it to the back. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. That's caught. It's Smith. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Play action here on 1st down. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Ball handed off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the drive has reached the all-important red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
He's brought down at the 18-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Third down after that running play. We'll try to run it with the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
3rd down and short, the defense decides to attack the offense, and it pays off. Option play, nice job of accounting for the quarterback. He couldn't get the ball dealt out, and it's a big loss here to set up 4th down.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. He connected with his first attempt. This one is from 37 yards out. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. To throw, it's Hoover. The pass rush closing in. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Quarterback operating an empty set. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Extra point try coming now.
Is on for the extra point.
PAT is good, so it's 13-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the TCU offense takes the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. The sure hands, it's Williams.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Looking to throw. It's Hoover. Catch made across the middle by the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. And timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Boy, this offensive line is so caught up in making sure that they're accounting for the defensive line. Nobody sees the inside linebacker. He comes home on the blitz and gets the sack.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. The Horned Frogs will have to punt this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
That completion makes it second and short. Looking to pass. It's Robinson. Bringing pressure. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking for a gap. It's Smith. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. The punt team making their way on the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. With the return, it's Richardson. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. Returner looking to create better field position. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. He's running out of time here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the defense was all over the field in the first half, and as we see here, more of the same to start this third quarter. Big question to me is, now you got a fourth down. Look at that scoreboard. I'll start to wonder, should I go for this?
And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. And here's the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 42-yard line. Second down coming up.
They'll run the option. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback dropping back. That's reeled in. It's Parks. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Now it's second down here. They'll try the option play here. As the first down is still going. Oh, and he fumbles. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Back to pass. It's Robinson. Tries the right with a quick throw. And the ball to the ground.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Defense wraps him up. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Try and muscle for the first down. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And the Horned Frogs line up on 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. And the single back takes the handoff. The offense going with the hurry up. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Launches downfield. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, TCU. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point makes it a 6-point game, 13-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the offense trots back out on the field again. The quarterback's got it on the option. Oh, what a move. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. It's a quarterback keeper. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary and potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. They're going to run the option. He'll toss it to the back. And the defense rises up and stops him short on third down.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
They bring the punter onto the field now. On the return, it's Richardson. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. The shotgun handoff here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws it to the right, and he's got it. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to evaluate the defense and make a good throw. Good job up front by the big guys.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wideout. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting in the way of that and knocking it away.
2nd down after that previous play. Fights off a defender. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. The Horned Frogs pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Trying to find room. It's Cook. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Defense with more pre-snap movement. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Horned Frogs with 1st and 10 here. To throw, it's Hoover. Makes a quick catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Down he goes, a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Horned Frogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. He'll drop back here on third down. Makes the grab, a chance to score. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good. They take a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Going for his running back. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
So second down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Robinson. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
And first down for the offense.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Boy, great job here of getting out of bounds. I know they didn't pick up the first down, but that's irrelevant. At this point in the game, it's all about the clock. You get out of bounds, you save your one timeout, and now you got a real chance.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Looking to throw yet again. Finds his man. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Now, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Robinson. The pass is caught, but they rule him out of bounds, so it's incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he doesn't make it. The run is stopped short, so the lead remains 5 here in the fourth. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop on this final drive. And with time a factor here late in the game, he'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. And the TCU offense takes the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Boy, it's got to be so rewarding for an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. That's exactly what we saw right here. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open wide receiver.
To life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. To the air, it's Hoover. Pass caught, can he get in? Brought down, and the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Look at a throw on 3rd and goal. The pocket breaking down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down, throws it away, and now 4th down coming up.
Well, he just missed his receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the 4th quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal, and this offense is down, needs this. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
TCU.
Oh, man, I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
The offense will set up now for the 2-point conversion, trying to extend the lead to 3 points. It's a quick grab. And he'll run it into the end zone. The 2-point conversion pushes the lead up to a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. And the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Hi, everybody, and welcome. We are surrounded today by pageantry and tradition. Check out this scene. Exciting. Colliding here today, two top 25 teams having tremendous seasons set to battle it out against one another. As we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, a group that has a lot to prove here today. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the offense out for their first possession of the game. And here comes the tight end who's having such a great season. Kirk, you talk to opponents, and they always use the same phrase, matchup nightmare, this guy.
Well, what stands out to me with this guy is it's not very often, you're right, that defensive coordinators are most concerned about a tight end. But in this case, that is exactly what we're dealing with. This guy can hurt you in so many different ways.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? We'll try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Here's the second down play. Scanning the field. It's Robinson. Trying to extend the play. Using his legs here. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of it?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26.
And the Boise State offense will take
The Boise State Broncos offense out there for their first possession. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Eludes a tackle. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Jukes to get free. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience. Vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. Great cut there. Breaking free at the 35. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Second down play coming up. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. That's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. So now on comes the field goal man. Trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. And he knocks it right through the uprights. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Powers through a tackle. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from him.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. He's found some room at the 45. Tackled, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Robinson. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. Takes the handoff. It's Jeanty. Gets some space at the 10. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push.
And the ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. He was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. On first down, it's play action. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, it's going to be incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there. Risky throw.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series. Almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
Finding space. No shot to bring him down. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's first and goal for the offense.
He's got it right near the end zone. Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3.
Boy, that slant was so dangerous for a defense to try to slow down. Great job of rallying to limit its yardage after the catch.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Third and goal, they'll try to run it in. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. We've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So as we begin the second quarter, the first play will be a field goal try. No problem. Knocks it right through. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. Football comes out. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of that football.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Getting set. Here's second down. And now they run the draw play. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, Not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through the defender. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finding some room at the 25. And he gets to the